At Oxford College of Business, we offer world-class business qualifications awarded by some of the best universities in the world. That's because all we do, all we are, is business education.
Discussions were held during the visit of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to China last year, where investment opportunities available in Hambantota were discussed. The Chinese ambassador to Sri Lanka introduced two parties, China Merchant and China Harbour, due to their interest in investing in Sri Lanka. The government's economic committee then instructed a committee comprising ministerial secretaries to select a suitable party proceed with the investment. Thereby, the committee decided to hand over shares of Hambantota Port to China Merchant Company. However, objecting to this, Sri Lanka Port Authority said that China Merchant Company was selected, ignoring recommendations made by them as well as objections of the subject minister. However, objections to the Sri Lanka Port Authority said that China Merchant Company was selected, ignoring recommendations made by them as well as objections of the subject minister. However, on December 5th last year, Minister Malik Samaravikrama submitted a cabinet paper regarding the framework agreement on handing over shares to China Merchant Company, for which cabinet approval was granted. Following the framework agreement, the concession agreement was to follow. Meanwhile, today at the Cabinet, Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama submitted the draft agreement between Sri Lanka and China Merchant Company for the establishment of joint venture for the management and development, which the minister added that it got the approval from the Cabinet.
Cabinet today approved a draft agreement between the Sri Lanka Ports Authority and the China Merchant Corporation. This will be a Sri Lanka registered company, so it will belong to Sri Lanka. 80% of the shares will belong to the Chinese company, 20% to SLPA. However, within 5 months, Sri Lankan companies or agencies can buy an extra 20%, which will bring the share distribution to 60-40. Secondly, the Chinese company will pay $1.1 billion to Sri Lanka and also invest another 600 million on updating the port. Normally it's about 500 million US dollars. This alone will bring close to 2 billion US dollars, which will strengthen our economy quite a lot.
Meanwhile, on behalf of the subject minister Arjuna Ranatunga, who is attending a summit in Morocco, Acting Minister of Ports Nishantha Muthuhettigama made a note to the Cabinet expressing objection over the Cabinet paper.
The Cabinet paper regarding the agreement on handing over the Hambantota port was produced today. SLPA and the Port Ministry expressed objections in regard to the agreement. We made a note to the Cabinet including some changes. President Maithripala appointed a subcommittee to take a decision which will be favourable to Sri Lanka from the financial side under a legal background.
Subsequently, taking into consideration the current developments, President Maithripala Sirisena decided to appoint a special Cabinet subcommittee to evaluate roadmap of the agreement. 5 ministers, including Susil Premajayantha, Patali Champika Ranawaka, Faiza Mustafa, Sarath Amunugama and Arjuna Ranatunga, are appointed to the Cabinet subcommittee.